A tight macro shot of a smartphone screen. It's vibrating on a glass table. The vibration is loud, jarring. A name flashes, Mom, followed by, Hey, can you just... The vibration felt like a drill against my skull. My thumb hovered over the glass. One tap to make them happy, one tap to keep the peace. The protagonist is in a crowded, high-end cafe. People are talking, but their voices are muffled, underwater. The protagonist is nodding, smiling, but their eyes are vacant. I used to be a professional architect, not of buildings, of opinions. I spent 28 years building a version of myself that everyone else could live in. I was the reliable one, the yes man, the guy who never let the ball drop. But here's the thing about being the person everyone can count on. You eventually become a ghost in your own life. You're everywhere for everyone, which means you're nowhere for yourself. Slow motion. A coffee cup tips over. The protagonist watches the brown liquid spread across a white tablecloth. They don't move to clean it. I spent $4,000 on a therapy retreat to find my purpose. I read every book on productivity. I optimized my mornings. I hacked my dopamine. But what if the thing holding me back wasn't my lack of discipline, but my abundance of niceness? Evening. The protagonist is walking through a grocery store. An acquaintance stops them. The acquaintance is talking animatedly, gesturing toward a flyer for a charity event. She was asking for just an hour, a small favor, a tiny slice of my Saturday. In the old script, I'd smile. I'd say, I'd love to, while my stomach turned into a knot. I'd trade my rest for her approval. It's a transaction we all make. We buy likability with the currency of our own time. Close up on the protagonist's face. No anger, just a terrifyingly calm clarity. I looked her in the eye. I didn't make an excuse. I didn't say my car was broken or my cat was sick. No, I said, I can't do that. The acquaintance's face freezes. A beat of awkward, heavy silence. The villain arc we expect, the shouting, the confrontation, never happens. She blinked. She looked confused. Then she just walked away. I waited for the guilt to swallow me whole. It never came. Instead, I felt something much more dangerous. I felt light. The protagonist is walking home. The city lights are blurred in the background, bokeh. The camera stays tight on their profile. We treat being disliked like a terminal illness. We run from it. We apologize for it before it even happens. But being disliked is actually a luxury. It's a filter. It clears the room of people who only value you for your utility. When you stop being useful, you start being real. They enter their apartment. It's not a mess. It's not a party. It's just still. The kintsugi of a human life isn't about fixing the cracks. It's about realizing the cracks were where the light was supposed to go all along. My brokenness was just the sound of my boundaries finally hardening. People think freedom is a plane ticket or a bank account. But what if real freedom is just the ability to be the villain in someone else's story, so you can finally be the hero in your own? The protagonist sets their phone on Do Not Disturb. They place it in a drawer. They don't check it one last time. Narration. Tonight, the world will continue to spin without my permission. Someone is disappointed in me right now. Someone thinks I've changed. Someone is calling me selfish over a glass of wine. Let them. They pull back a heavy linen duvet. The room is dark, save for a warm bedside lamp. There's a specific, quiet joy in being a disappointment. It means you've stopped performing. You've closed the theater. The lights are off. The audience has gone home. And for the first time in a decade, the person on stage can finally sit down. They click off the lamp. The screen goes black. Only the sound of a slow, deep breath. Narration. Tonight, the world will continue to spin without my permission. Someone is disappointed in me right now. Someone thinks I've changed. Someone is calling me selfish over a glass of wine. Let them. End. A final shot of the morning sun hitting the gold-repaired cracks of a ceramic bowl on the nightstand. Narration. The feeling economy isn't about being happy, it's about being honest. Stop trying to be liked by everyone. You're not that interesting. Nobody is. Be disliked. It's cheaper, it's faster, and the sleep is much, much better.